I am meeting with the rheumatologist for the first time. Just keep waiting, just keep waiting. Doctors who are compassionate speaks huge volumes, and we are so grateful.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We are getting ready to leave to go to the hospital today for an appointment. I ate a chicken enchilada with avocado and sour cream on the top. It was not pretty, but it tasted amazing. Peter's salad, however, is so gorgeous, and he discovered the already prepared asparagus I had in the fridge and said, that will be going on top.
I think I made it a little full though.
Oh, I believe in you.
Okay, cool.
My head is like a little bit hurting, more than barely, less than horrible. So I just remembered last time I was at the hospital, what, a week ago? My head was hurting before we left, and then by the time we got back, it was one of my worst headaches I've ever had. So I'm gonna take Tylenol right now and hope that that will stop it from getting worse.
All right, we're here at the hospital, just parked in the parking garage. We came like half hour early to go through the COVID screening, get parked, all that good stuff. So here we go.
And now we wait. Don't worry, I'm not feeling claustrophobic at all. I can't remember if I told you guys why we're here. I am meeting with the rheumatologist for the first time. You look really angry. Okay, all checked in with the nurse. We went through all my medicines and just went through that list, and then he's gonna give me my flu shot.
Bonus.
It's gonna be fine. The reason I was feeling claustrophobic is that you go down the main hallway, then you go into a clinic, then you go even deeper in to the center of the building, and it just gets like smaller and smaller. Plus breathing through a mask causes breathing to be harder for me and for everybody. And when I'm having more trouble breathing, the claustrophobia gets worse. So I kind of had to like stay out this way for the waiting room, but then I had to come all the way back. Thankfully, I'm fine, it's fine. But whew, that is a mental battle right there. I think my claustrophobia got worse in the last like 6 years when my lung function has declined. And interesting, now that my lungs are stable, they're decreased function. I mean, I had some damage from the 30 years before Trikafta. But anyway, it's still an issue, interestingly. Just keep waiting, just keep waiting, just keep waiting, waiting. Just keep waiting. I'm gonna count how many specks are on that square.
I did that in elementary school.
Did you? Ooh, that moment when you get to take the mask off. Whew. As with many times, you go to a new doctor for some strange issues. There's more question marks. So we went, my CF team referred me to the rheumatologist. A combination of this kind of unexplained fatigue mixed with some joint issues I've been having for the last year, mixed with 2 blood tests about a year apart, the ANA. So we discussed all of these things, and basically we still have question marks. So he is going to order more testing, but the reality of being on immunoglobulin therapy is that antibody testing can be messed up, like false positives and that sort of thing. But basically, whatever the cause, he was super compassionate with just the unfortunateness of being, like, having this unexplained fatigue and the joint issues. So doctors who are compassionate speaks huge volumes, and we are so grateful.
Yeah. Well, I feel like as much as it was kind of like, well, we don't really have any answers, that was kind of the result of the visit. It was like another aspect that we have a better or another doctor's perspective, like looking at Mary's situation, and so I feel like we have a more holistic understanding of what's going on in her body. And I mean, the fatigue very well may be just a result of a number of things, but it seems like right now it's not like an autoimmune thing going on.
Right, so more likely that it's a side effect with Trikafta.
Or a lasting result of the virus, but
yeah,
I don't know. There's no way to really quantify that.
Yeah, there's not, and that's okay. It can be frustrating sometimes when, you know, the blood work comes back and it's all normal, and it's like, oh good, it's normal, but wait a second, I still have all these symptoms. And it was interesting because the doctor validated. He was like, it's good that the numbers are what they are, but
still leaves us asking, why do you have these symptoms?
Right. And so I think that that's actually something that can be, it can possibly be difficult for some physicians to see that side of it. Like when the numbers come back normal, the patient still has the symptoms, and it's just really great to hear a physician. I've had a lot of amazing physicians in my life, and so I'm thankful that many of them have understood like the frustration piece that comes in. But anyway, so we don't have answers, but we continue to make the most of the days where the fatigue is worse and there's nothing we can do about it, so we just have to make the most of it. And then we really harness those days that I have when I have less fatigue, and really harness that and use as much, do as much as I want or can do on those days. And yeah, so basically bottom line was they were looking at things to consider or possibly rule out an autoimmune something like lupus or rheumatoid arthritis. Those things are not fully ruled out, but most likely that is not the cause. So that's where we're at. Today is free coffee and donut at Krispy Kreme. You better believe that's where we're going next. We ended up having to wait quite a long time, and
like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Which he was so apologetic.
Super apologetic, which was so like gracious. Like doctors are, they can only like do their job if the patients are there on time. So if one patient during the day, you know, maybe their testing went late and then they arrive late for this appointment, like there's nothing anybody can do about that. And so sometimes things go late. What?
Well, he comes in and he, when we started talking, he was like, well, I see your doctor referred you back in August. Took us a little while to get you in, and then we made you wait another hour. And Mary's like, well, what's another hour? And he's like, well, it's an hour. And so that was gracious of him to acknowledge that, you know, it is an hour.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Man, I have to say, like, just interactions with compassionate people, it just does the heart good. So let's all try to be compassionate. So when we go through the drive-through line
north on Trent Drive toward Irwin Road, then turn right
at Krispy Kreme, let's just have it in our minds to just be compassionate no matter how long we have to wait for the donut.
I don't know, I'm getting a little hangry.
Show compassion to somebody today. And maybe that's compassion to yourself as well. If you are having a hard day and you need to just sit down, that's okay. Side note, the Tylenol worked. And the coffee and the donut are also gonna work. And
as always, we'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, guys.
Good night.
Good night.
And good night to the Ollie boy.